Hey guys, didn't notice you there. So yeah, this is kind of my new video series I'm making. I call it Long Story Short. So yeah, Long Story Short is going to be Magic Gathering Lord, which I will try my best to short it down. So even though of course I'm kind of a Lord enthusiastic, but I'm trying to get deep into Magic Gathering lore. So even though I have no idea much about their lord, apart from the idea of the Planewalkers and some other concept of their worlds, I am kind of enthusiastic of that type of way. So yeah, we are of course going to do that. So here is the story we are continuing on. Well, the story we are going to talk about, that is a standalone story, which is the latest of the Ikoria, Land of the Behemoth, which of course the new set that's coming out this week, or currently out now on digital, and paper will be in May somewhere, but I forgot what date, but you know what I mean. So even we will discuss this, here it is. This is the story called Sounding Bind, which is of course is about look at of course some of you not much know about. It's of course the new edition of the Planewalker roster, who is basically this. He is an elite soldier who happened to be a monster hunter. Like, he is basically leading a squadron of monster hunters that slay monsters just for duty type of thing. Yeah, he's doing his duty. Yeah, just don't, no pun intended. Okay, after of course slaying a monster with his squad, even though he is a captain of his squadron, which of course their squadron are called the Special because they're special forces. Yeah, I know. Don't ask. Once they return their city, that is Draken, which is basically a militarized city that have a massive wall and have a system of the three wing system. Even though, of course, the first wing is basically their city. Second wing is this towns. Third is basically village, and fourth is basically fortress, as I remembered, I hope. So once they're in it, Lookout basically went to the Citadel to basically report and meet his fiancée, Jennifer, which I hope I pronounce her name, because her name is basically checking, which of course even though whatsoever. So yeah. So, basically, yeah, answer was reporting and this, well, something to do in the middle of the night. Lookout was being, basically deployed to a local farm with a squadron after being ported that there's a flying cat, as in cat, I mean like basically a big cat. Something like Joe. God, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Joe Exotic will enjoy if he wants to get out of jail. Here's the thing. This once they busy trying to get ready for killing this cat, which of course killed like over 100 soldiers, surprisingly. But they surprised, like, wait, all our soldiers been killed by trying to kill this cat? 100 of them? Which they were surprised and schizo. Once, of course, they get ready for a set, somehow this furball is basically smarter than any monster they dealt with. So, basically, Lookout Squad basically got destroyed. Basically. Even, of course, Lookout got wounded by the cat, but something happened. Something like a spark between him and the cat. And as in spark, I don't mean the Planewalker spark. If some of you guys are new to that lore of sparks, Spark is just like something like the plane workers have, like they're able to walk to plane, so there it goes. So basically simple as that. So once that happened, Luca was kind of blacked out and find himself in the hospital, kind of chained to the his bed, like, and even of course once that happened, he find his fiancée there standing at his side, and a reporter who is of course part of the military, getting all the report on him. Once he told the story, he said he felt the bonding of the cat, like scribe. I feel pain, I feel want to destroy humanity for some reason, and I see some big ass crystal, which of course he saw like an eye within that crystal. So someone like out of Lord of the Rings out of that said it's a massive crystal. So yeah, so once the reporter just obviously report Jenna trying to like stop her, too late. Basically, of course, the reporter went to her father, who is happened to be the general of the city. And of course, in the lore of this world, as a general, you're basically the leader of the nation, basically. And even, of course, with their change of command, which is, of course, I was basically, change of command, all that crap. So, of course, her father is basically General Coop, or Kupik, or something like that. But, of course, holy crap, I want to get her father because due to his stats on his card is awesome for humans. So yeah, basically she was stopped by the colonel, who is the second secretary of basically of the states, I will say, who basically at this office told her, nope, you're not going in. She's trying to get her in bed, couldn't. She found out that the reporter was in there the whole time and report the general. Once she's basically made her father the general, she said he will basically have to kill her fiancé, even though he was meant to be the next general. So yeah, Luca was meant to be a general, but shouldn't be general, more or less. So once that happened, so he was forcibly had to, like, he must kill Luca for being bonded with the tiger, well, lion. So basically, Jenna basically decided to get him out, basically help him escape, by basically faking a hostage taken and threatening to kill her. So even though that's her idea, so even though he's trying his best to make it convincing, and so it works, and even that's also making him fugitive as well. Just think about it. You have the general daughter with a knife on her throat. Yeah, you'll be fugitive. So it's sort of backfired, but works. So once, of course, he escaped from the citadel, he's trying to get out of the wall. And of course, once he got stopped by some group of soldiers because they recognize him, and he's trying to talk his way out, but I will say his charisma was epic fail. And even, of course, he was saved by a well-known and probably one of our favorite planewalkers, Finna Wed. Of course, if some of you not know of her, Finna Wed is basically our favorite ranger who have the ability to use her arrows and create creatures out of it, like ghostly green ghosts. So she used her ability, scared the crap out of the soldiers, and basically became friends with Luca, because she found him interesting, and of course because he felt something magical into him. So yeah, so they both agree on a quest to find the freaking the cat, kill it, and even, of course, find this mysterious crystal that have an eye. So once, of course, they basically take a journey to get over the fourth wall, well, the fourth wing, The general, of course, was convinced on the whole basically hostage taken, and of course, as his daughter, who is also happened to be a captain, to take a group of mercenaries with him, because he believed taking soldiers will not do it. Having mercenaries are absolutely better because they are ruthless and whatsoever. So basically, his plan is to capture him. So basically, she agreed to because well, it's her fiance and she still love him because why not? She basically, of course, basically took the quest to find him. So as of course, right now back to Luca. Luca, of course, and Venom basically find the cat in the forest, and somehow they were shocked that the cat did not attack them, because reason is he was bonded to him. Because due to this bondage between human and monster or whatsoever, that means they're kind of partners. But Luca want to kill it because he's basically lost everything because of that cat. Lost his squad, lost his home, lost his status, and even now he is a goddamn fugitive. So why not? But somehow he started feeling another connection and seeing more of the memories of the cat and this more of this crystal. He seen more of it, and he saw like this. Basically, there's something there. He saw nightmares creatures, which basically sort of like a demonic creatures of basically monsters, basically. So yeah, it's basically that. So once of course they did that, they decided, you know what, we're gonna partner this cat, even though I still want to kill it, but a part of me don't want to kill it now, which of course now. But suddenly they're being attacked by monster hunters that was led by Jenya, which of course Jenya want to talk, but Finnan kind of knows, yeah, this is a trap, isn't it? And even worse, boom, they got the Luca and Finnan escape with the flying cat. And the monster hunters, I will say, who are basically bounty hunting, basically to say, you know what, since that flies, we better have something that flies too. So that will be an airship. So they decided to go to this, basically the city called Skyro. Oh no, that's Skyro. I mean, Skyworld. Sorry. Sorry about that. So once they basically went there, they basically hired a ship, hired basically a crew, but they're basically pirates. So yeah, she's leading monster hunters and pirates. So yeah, and even of course she kind of getting respect from the captain of the ship, which is for basically saving him. And once that happened, once they're basically getting ready to travel yet again, Luca and Finnan have traveled to this location that the flying cat have showed them. So they find, once they're there, they basically find there's other people like Luca have the ability to bonding with other creatures. They find a young girl who have like a massive squirrel monster with pink fur. Then she also introduced her to other ones, to other 3 more bounders as well. And they agree one thing. Basically killed, more or less stopped the crystal whatever is doing, which is affecting all the monsters that attack the city. So once they done that, they get ready for it, and even Coruscant, and we feel him telling the whole thing about what the Prime Walkers is, and she sort of felt like he might be a Prime Walker too. So once with this whole talk about Prime Walkers and all that, Basically, to get prepared for battle. Once they get prepared for battle, basically the battle have begun between the monster binders and the nightmare creatures that's guarding this massive crystal. And once they joined the battle, they basically came into a three-way battle. But of course, you guessed it, Virginia and her parents, crew, and basically a group of monster hunters. So basically, everyone's just fighting. Once Luca reaches at the very top of the crystal, he touches it. Somehow he's starting to feel a connection with it. And as we feel, this person is a Planewalker inside the crystal, but we do not know who it is. So this is the big mystery now. This may be probably build up a mystery if we may probably go back to it or what. So this crystal is willing to give him ability to control all monsters. And even of course Lucas starts thinking, if I control all monsters, I will protect the city which he fought. And of course the crystal gave him the power. And of course the battle was kind of over due to retreat from the nightmare creatures, which is controlled by Luca. And of course the pirate ships and monster hunters were kind of got their ass whipped. And Gianna, well, she got rescued by Luca flying cat and took her back to the city. So even once Luca came back to his group, of course even one of the monster binders died. They were kind of pissed due to his ability to control all monsters, and even with him control all monsters, that also means he able to control their monsters. And they're pissed like, don't control our monsters need our independence, and we also happen to be our friends. So they're complete pissed. Finia was also pissed because she thought she able to trust this man. So this means they basically split up. So once that happened, Luca to say, you know what, I'm going back to the city. I'm bringing my whole bunch of monsters to go back to the city. And of course, basically have a talk. If not, so yeah. So basically, yeah, he's planning to bring all his monsters to the city. Once Jenny is back to the citadel, her father was shocked when her heard she was crash landed with, of course, the Frank tiger, and of course, basically, they're starting rumors are saying she might be basically friendly to the monsters, but of course everyone's hating monsters, so yeah. So even with that, they decided to make a public execution to the Frank cat. So basically her father gave her the sword to prove her loyalty, and she refused. So she basically like, why kill this cat? This cat saved me, and it doesn't have any intention to kill anyone here. So basically the general said, you know what, I'm gonna give this to my colonel, and the colonel does kill it. So yeah. So with that happen, Luca feel the connection of that tiger, feel the last moment, and like cried. Luca cried, and he said like, I will have vengeance type of thing. So yeah. So more or less, other words, the city it's going to get destroyed because due to their arrogance. So yeah. And once of course the general heard, Luca wanted to speak with the general once they're basically halfway through the rings. That's is like the, probably say the second ring, I would say. Once that happened, basically the general have his 10,000 soldiers ready to kill all the monsters in case things go AWOL, or does all sorts turn out he planned to kill them anyways. And he says Jenna to kill him because he using her for bait. Jenna's kind of like, but I love him type of thing. And once that happened, basically with the agreement of no soldiers, middle of the ground, and look, of course, basically say he's not there to make negotiation. And he told him, look around you, and he noticed the whole general army is basically being attacked. So this whole talk was distraction. And of course, the general and Jenna basically won for it. See what Luca becomes. So yeah, Luca is now the villain of the story, which is like a good twist. So he started off as a hero, became as a villain. It's like, wow. So once that happened, the general and his some of the soldiers kind of trying their best to fought off, and Luca basically got a sword and killed the general. So yeah, with Jaina saw it, she was pissed, and so with that, she basically used her knife, cut his chin, and basically she was tempted to mentally aim his throat, and didn't. So even though he was all pissed about that too, so she's run for it. So once that happened, everyone in the city is getting prepared for basically this massive siege with all the horde of monsters. And even of course Jenna basically of course meet up with Finia Wed, and of course the remaining of the monster bonders. They basically want to say, well, we want to help out, even though we thought this guy was good, but turned out he was a real asshole. So yeah, they basically agree, but of course they don't have one problem. He find out the colonel have become the general of the city due to, mercy power type of thing. But Finia reminds her this appearance of authority, which of course means since a daughter of a general who had to be still in the military order, she can take command. So she basically went to the office, basically sort of went a little playing like mind games with the new general, and basically everyone in the staff, once they say appearance of authority, they all look around and kind of went for side for her. And they of course answer saying, look, we need to use these monsters, destroy monsters. So these monster monsters are willing to help us because they're connected, and even of course this is maybe an uneasy alliance. So yeah, they agree to do it. Obviously the general disagree, and he's decided, you know what, he got caught and arrested due to like the appearance of authority, which I don't know if that is an actual thing or not, but I gotta check it out in the future. So yeah, and even of course now Jenna is now General Kuba now, I will say. So yeah, this is ridiculous now. She's become her father. Don't mean in the bad way, but she's going to use her power for good. And even of course once that happened, with the preparation of basically the big attack, they kind of written more or less like something like Helm's Deep type of thing, or maybe something like out of that bad movie, The Great Wall. So yeah, even though that's a monster movie, but it wasn't really great. So yeah, so she basically get everything prepared, even though they have not much defense, since basically most of the soldiers were at the general army of her father. Basically all cannibals got slaughtered and some able to return, but they're kind of sort of uneasy on there. So once the whole thing happened, they're basically, of course, everyone basically done their best effect to kill all the creatures as they can. But of course, their strategy is this: do not just kill many monsters they can, but trying to find Luca. Of course, here's the thing: Luca, of course, is basically the hive mind. And even, of course, they're starting to notice his eye is growing orange. Like the same eye bit color of the crystal. So yeah, it's almost like saying Luca is corrupted. So it is kind of makes sense too, yeah, and it also kind of make him something like out of StarCraft right now, yes, I think. With the fuck who the culture woman again, but never mind that. Basically, of course, the battle was kind of effective as they can. But of course, even though they have very little, but still, they're trying their best to kill the monsters. Some of the monsters able to reach the walls. Some of the soldiers getting killed left and right and center. But Jenna saw Luca and to say, you know what, take me down here. Take me to him where he is basically standing a giant turtle. Like, well, not turtle, but tortoise, I would say. And of course, even though when they're trying to kill the tortoise, they find no effect. So, yeah. Once, of course, she was there, she basically was able to have her sword and ready to fight. Luca was, of course, was sort of nervous to see her. Because, you know, he still loved her. And even, of course, she said she will not love him for what he did, since he killed her father. So that means she's going to kill him now. So Jenna is trying to kill Luca, but due to a little shake and rumble from Tortoise, she basically lost the sword. Like, whoa. And basically Luca laughed like he is a complete dick. So he said, with all my training and elite skills, I am better than you. Type of bullshit. Like, it's almost like, yeah, Luca is coming at a real asshole. And something happened. Was Luca trying to use all his power to control more monsters, the whole world. Somehow, basically there was a deal, part of the deal, with, of course, this mysterious prime walker he was connected to. Basically, somehow he's sort of going all orange around his entire body. And also starting to notice his hands and legs and whatsoever are starting to disappear, like vanish in thin air. And once that happened, once he disappeared, all monsters just basically went for it, like giving up, just retreat. So more or less, peace just happened. The battle was won by humans, and of course, Vinja is basically saying, you know what, this is technically my fault. Because, well, like I said, she basically helped him escape. Well, same with Jenna, even though they both did not know he is going to be turned into a real asshole. So once that happened, of course, basically the city and the city though, decided make alliance with the monster bonders, but there will be some stuff to ease down, like do not take your monsters near to the city, because everyone will still suffer from the siege, and even they're all still monsters haters, basically. So they decided to take them into a fourth ring for defense. So yeah, it's much like their alliance with them, and this is like something like a new thing. So who knows, maybe we could see that in the future once we may head back to there, probably, you know, next year or whatever. So even with that happening, once of course everything started, basically, and of course the whole change of command basically calmed. So that means Virginia is now the leader of the city and now, well, more or less the nation. And even, of course, she will have to basically be better than her father because she wanted to be better. Then with that happen, basically, what do you call it? Even though we feel in the story, look at is we appeared, but at a swamp, but he did not know where he is because he did not recognize the swamp. So this means Luca is entering a new plane, but this will leave big theories and questions. So here's the thing. Now here we go. We're going to big theories now. So yeah, here's the theories of my idea. So we're in the swamp and this plane we do not much know, but I'm assuming this may be a strong connection to this mysterious plane walker. So even though we do not know who is this mysterious plane walker who did went to look at world of Ikoria, basically we do not know. So it had to be someone who loved big ass monsters. So who it is? So we only know one thing. It's a he. So this is a male plane walker. And stats, and even of course he does manage the plane walk. So whoever this person is, only one person who could know him is not other than fact Ben West, because he did mention in the story that he knows who's this person. She believed there was a plane walker did this, and she might know who it is. Because maybe probably someone she knows or love in the past. So it is going to be a big mystery. So even of course look at now is past all he wanted to go back home, even though that's why he basically whacked the city and said which of course was his plan. So is will believe the big question is will look at be back in the next feature of basically any the Magic the Gathering set. It's the big mystery. So even though of course I read it, it is going to be a lot of questions. So this is like whatever. So if you guys have a theory on the plane or who is this mysterious plane walker that Phinia knows, tell me. Even though this is like I said, I am still new to the whole Magic the Gathering lore. I will study as I can, so I will probably read many books and probably do it monthly as I can to build it up. So yeah, so even of course once we read this whole entire book, so this is going to be the Wii section now. Here it goes, Wii section. So here it goes. In my experience of reading this book, which took me like 3 days, even though it's a 3-hour book, but I was a bit busy with stuff. So once I read it, I was like, wow, this is something really well to read. It's pretty good. I mean, it's fun to read, but it does kind of leave some really good mysteries into it now. Like who is the plane walker that Luca contact with in the crystal, and of course why he basically want monsters to kill all the humans in the world. So it's more or less created like this person may be a non-human being. And the other question is too. The other one is of course will be like all these other questions, but this story was actually quite well. Even though it's being announced, this is the shortest Magic the Gathering story ever. Because there's only like 8 chapters. So even though those 8 chapters are actually good, there's over like 177 pages to read. So yeah. So even of course with this, I was surprised on the story, which I thought Luca would be the main hero, but turned out the main hero will be Jania. which of course it makes sense. Because it's kind of like she's this desk jockey who basically want adventures, and she kind of got it. And basically, even though end up her fiance is the one who is the villain. Even though it's kind of like who is kind of the grey matter villain, it's more or less her dad. Even though he may be a stubbornness person, but he is kind of grey. I mean, he does like sort of like get some points, but even though he is misleading with some stuff. But even of course the story of this whole book, it's kind of like who to trust type of thing. Because it is, because it's like I said, bonding. Bonding is kind of like a trust between living things. Like trusting a dog to do something, and that dog trusts you to do something for him, kind of thing. And even of course, Jenna trusts her, basically her fiance. She's sort of distrusting her father sometimes, off and on. And even of course she distrusted the colonel. And she's sort of trusting with the monster hunters. Then later of course she's also trusted a group of strangers who did admit that yeah, we help them, we kinda help your fiance, and we kind of partly responsible of it, so we want to fix it. So she trusts them too. So I mean, it's a story of trust and bonding, because they bonded, they have connection. Like I said, with her and the captain, she helped out in the ship, which the captain there got killed, and she managed to save him from a nightmare that able to fly. So this story is about trust, and that's the idea of it. Combined that basically grows on you, and even though there be trust and distrust and whatsoever. So in my experience, that's actually is a good story. So it is recommended to read, even though I did kind of spoil the whole thing, but this is kind of a review of my opinion. So, like I said, I do think this is a really good lore to read. It does kind of build some mystery into it. So I will say thumbs up to the writer who did this. So yeah, you got my approval. And of course, I will read another book in another time. So I will see you guys next time.